Welcome to this edition of Chelmsford High School's Lion's Pride. I'm Steve Murray, principal of Chelmsford High School. Each month we celebrate 2 seniors from each house. We recognize these students for their academic success as well as their countless activities and programs that these students participate in that make Chelmsford High School one of the best high schools in the state. This recognition and show would not be possible without the generosity and support of the Chelmsford Rotary Club. They have sponsored this program for over 30 years. So without further ado, let's meet our deans and our students of the month. And now I'll turn it over to Dean Blagg from Hawthorne House, and he'll introduce the student of the month from Hawthorne.
Thanks, Principal Murray. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce Nhyira Nkansah as one of our December students of the month. Nhyira is just a tremendous kid who's just really taken advantage of all the things that Chelmsford High School has to offer. She's an outstanding student. She's taken a number of advanced placement courses, really challenges herself academically and takes it very, very seriously. But beyond that, she's also very involved with our co-curricular programs. She's on our award-winning a cappella group, the Crescendos. She's in Women in STEM. She's in our freshman mentor program. She's a co-president of Black Student Union, which just started up a couple of years ago. And she's a co-editor-in-chief of the yearbook too. That's a big thing. Mm-hmm. So these are just a few things that she's doing. But Nhyira's just a tremendous kid and a big part of our school. She's looking to study computer science when she goes out to some great lucky school in the fall. But congratulations, Nhyira.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
So looking back in the last 3.5 years you've been here, what is something that stands out that you say, I'm really proud of this or I really enjoyed this?
I think one of them is the Black Student Union, but the one that really resonates with me was becoming a sports photographer for the teams at the school. It wasn't a position that was already there. It was something that I had to advocate myself for. And it was like a weird turn of events because the only reason why I had the opportunity to do it was because I didn't make the volleyball team my junior year and I needed a way to fill up my time. And I didn't know anything about football, but I went up to the football coaches and asked if I could help with their social media. And it just kind of skyrocketed from there. And then the other team saw me, invited me to their games. So yeah, it was kind of like a domino effect, but it was really cool.
Good for you.
Yeah, chances are if you've been to any games, you'll see Nhyira on the sidelines.
True.
Great pictures.
Cross country,
Awesome.
everything.
You mentioned the Black Student Union. I know that you're obviously intimately involved with not only the program this year as the president or one of the presidents, but you're also help with starting the program. Tell us a little bit about what the Black Student Union is and what its focus is.
Yeah, so the Chelmsford Black Student Union is just a space for the Black students at the school to come together and be able to fellowship and talk about social justice issues and some experiences that they face at the school, whether they be great or unfair experiences, and just have a safe space to be able to talk about them and have a group be able to rally behind them and help them advocate for themselves in the school.
Oh. And that's amazing. I'm glad you're doing that. One of the things I looked at your resume and the a cappella and the yearbook and the Black Student Union and taking pictures. So next year you're going to transition to the next stage of your life. How are you going to fill your dance card then, or are you going to fill it?
Yeah, that's something that I keep thinking about. Mm-hmm. I'm currently on the track team at our school, and so I've been looking at possibly doing sports, maybe if it's not varsity sports, then maybe a club team. So I think it will just depend on if I get on one of those teams, and then from there I'll pick and choose. I know I won't be able to do everything because college there isn't as much leeway in college that there is in high school, but I'm hoping to keep some of these things going.
It's great, 'cause you're doing everything now, which is great.
Yeah, something tells me you'll fill your time. But being an athlete and a great thrower in your own right, what's a lesson that you really learned through athletics? Because being a student athlete is, a tremendous honor to be able to be involved in that. But what do you gain from that experience as an athlete, and how does that inform you as a person?
I think one thing that I've really learned and honed in on was that you're not really competing against other people. Even if you are in a team sport or if you're in track where it's individual and it does end up being first, second, third place, it's really about yourself. You are your own best competitor, but you're also your own worst enemy, and really honing in on that mindset and just remembering to focus on your own growth and keeping yourself positive, like that really helps you. And then I kind of transfer that into academics too. Like it gets hard when you're in AP classes because you end up like comparing yourself to other people that are getting better grades, but it's really all about like if I'm focusing on my own improvement and I see my own like improvement, then I know that I'm doing well.
Tremendous. That's awesome.
That's phenomenal. Well, believe it or not, our time is up. So I want to say on behalf of the Rotary Club, which sponsors this program, and the Chelmsford High School administration, congratulations on being one of Hawthorne Students of the Month.
Yeah, really proud of you.
We are.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Best of luck this year. And now we'll go to our second Student of the Month from Hawthorne, Dean Blagg.
Yeah, thanks, Principal Murray. Really excited to announce Nathaniel Murray as one of our Students of the Month for December. Nathaniel is just an outstanding kid who excels not only in the classroom but in the water, and he does a lot with co-curriculars as well. He's an exceptional student. He's taking very rigorous course load, a lot of AP courses, does quite well. He's in a couple honor societies because of that. At co-curricular, he's part of our freshman mentor program. He's on our Dean's Council. He's on the Give Club, class representatives. He's a big part of the Tundra. I see him at all the games, cheering on his classmates. Very, very invested. Not only that, but he's a tremendous student athlete. He won the Student Athlete Award for the swim team. He's the captain of the swim team this year. One of the best swimmers in Massachusetts currently. Just a great kid, and just adds a real joy to this to Hawthorne House. We love him. He is looking to study accounting next year, and he's some lucky college is going to get him. I know you're probably waiting on some decisions, but wherever he chooses, he's going to be a great success. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great having you here. So you have an exciting swim season coming up. So what are you looking forward to in the swim season, and what are you looking forward to in the rest of this your senior year?
For swim season, I just want to get back to what the team used to do, because the last 2 years really derailed some of the team traditions. Like our pasta dinners didn't really happen much. I just want to get the team back and connected again. And then the rest of senior year, I just want to have fun, I would say, and enjoy it while it lasts.
You know, you're part of a few different clubs: the Mentor Program, Give Club, Class Representatives, the Dean's Council. Which co-curricular or extracurricular activity has been the most meaningful to you, and why?
I like Give Club a lot. I haven't been to many meetings because I'm usually at swim, but last year I went a lot, and that meant a lot because we were giving back to the community. And like outside of Give Club, I try to do that too with my parents. They bring me to the soup kitchen like once a month, and I think that's important to giving back. Mm-hmm. And then I think class reps is also very important, and I wish I joined that when I was a freshman, because then I can help my other classmates set up events and have a good senior year like we're having so far.
Yeah, it's been good.
What are your plans for next year?
College. Yeah, like you said, I want to study accounting probably and go to a bigger university like UConn or UMass. I like a ton of people there, and then just have fun, enjoy it before I have to get a job, I would say.
You be a swimmer?
No, I don't think I'm going to swim in college. I might do water polo, though.
That's fun.
I'm looking at that.
It's a great sport.
Yeah.
Thinking back in your 4 years at Chelmsford High School, or 3.5, whatever it is, has there been someone who's really made a big impact on you? As a teacher, you name it, coach, you name it.
I would say Mr. Vitale. Coming into high school, I really didn't want to swim, and he kind of dragged me on the team. But every time, like if I'm going up, going down, like bad day, he's always there, and I can always find comfort in him. And he's just like, I don't know, he's always excited about something.
He does.
Yes.
Like the swim team could be 5 months away, and he's ready. He's
Very passionate.
He
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
He's a great coach.
So I think he would be one of the most important people to me at the school.
Excellent.
If you were to talk to some incoming freshmen for next year, what is some advice or some words of wisdom you might give them?
Do as much as you can. I would not really mock, but I would be like, oh, they've said get involved probably 25 times in
That's
this
probably right.
freshman meeting, but it's true, I would say. Like, get involved in every club you can, because I've made so many friends that I didn't think I would make through all the clubs and sports. And I love going to sports games, so I'd say do that too, because everyone's there, and that's just like showing the entire community as a whole.
Well, Well, our time is up, and I agree. I think those are great words to live by. So on behalf of the Rotary Club, which sponsors this program, and Chelmsford High administration, congratulations on being one of Hawthorne Students of the Month. We wish you the best of luck the remainder of this year. Thank you.
Proud of you.
We're here for Emerson House, and Dean MacNeil will now introduce Emerson House Students of the Month.
Our first student of the month for December is Rachel O'Brien. Rachel, we're so glad to have you here. Congratulations.
It's great having you. It's excellent. So we're thinking about your 3.5 years you've been here. And one of the questions I asked one of the earlier people was that, looking back, if you're going to talk to some incoming freshmen for next year, what would be some words of wisdom you'd give them based on your experiences?
I would definitely say, it's probably cliche, but get involved earlier, because I didn't get involved early enough. I only got involved in like the end of my sophomore year, and it wasn't too late, but it was just like I wish I had more time to do it. And people, it's not like scary to get involved into a club. Everyone there is really nice.
Yeah, you meet so many more people,
yeah.
More connections, and it makes the high school experience so much more worthy.
So Rachel, one thing I really want to ask you just had a really cool trip to Seattle. Can you tell us why you were there and what you experienced?
I was there with another student, Sarah Bielzak. We were there for something called Western International Band Clinic. Mr. Sexer was actually part of it, that's why we went. It was a 4 days of just rehearsals from 8 in the morning until about 4 p.m., just with a little break in between, but we just learned from a bunch of different conductors. We played different pieces. It was a really good experience. There was a bunch of people there, and it was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of rehearsals, I think you're on mock trial, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So if you want to explain to our audience, what is mock trial and what are you preparing for?
So mock trial is just like, it's basically what you would do. It's involved in like colleges and stuff like that, but it's just like you go into like a random like courtroom, or sometimes it's just a classroom, and you pretend like you're on the plaintiff. Right now it's a plaintiff or the defense, and currently I'm on the defense, and you basically argue a case, and it's actually pretty fun.
What's your case on?
It's
Are you allowed to tell?
yeah, it's it's on like sort of a manufacturing issue. It's about someone who died in a plane crash, and they were trying to figure out if it was the pilot error, plaintiff's fault, or if it was the defense, and the plane was faulty.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
it is.
Cool.
Now, with mock trial, are you super into it? Because I know when you
Oh, I love it.
leave CHS, what are your goals?
I want to pursue law. I want to go into political science on a pre-law track. So that's why I took mock trial, because I was like, I'm not sure if I like this, and then I'm like, I like this.
it?
So yeah, I think it's really fun.
That's excellent. Looking back, you're involved in a lot. You're the Melting Pot and the Lime Club, there's mock trial. What sort of things spark your interest outside of school? What are your passions?
Music is obviously up there a lot. I do it a lot, but community service is a lot. I worked with the Paul Center with my sister this past weekend for the Winter Wonderland, and it was a great time. People were there, so nice. But I just really like to get involved. I don't like to sit still. It's not something I'm a fan of.
So where are you looking for schools next year?
Around here.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really want to go too far away. Well, the farthest I have is William and Mary in Virginia, because that's my favorite. But I want to stay around here, pretty much, yeah.
And with everything you've done, the band, all the clubs, how do you organize your time? How do you stay on track?
I used to use a planner, but then I actually found the planner made me more disorganized. It was really confusing. But I just try to get as much work done as if I can in school, because I'll have free blocks and plus I'll do that. But I don't really know how I just kind of do it.
Just do it.
I do it right. I do my homework literally right when I get home, and my sister's like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "Because then I have more time to do other things."
And you can teach me. That'd be really helpful.
I know when I graduated 10 years ago, the second half of senior year was so great. What are you looking forward to in your rest of your senior year?
I'm just looking forward to all this, the events that we have, because I just think that's something that's always been sort of hyped up, and I think it's going to be really fun. Just kind of in general.
It will be. Well, believe it or not, our time is up. And on behalf of the Rotary Club, which sponsors this program, and Chelmsford High School administration, I want to say congratulations on being one of Emerson House's Students of the Month. We're really proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'll turn it over to Dean MacNeil to introduce our second Student of the Month from Emerson House.
Our second student of the month for December is Jessica O'Brien. Jessica, your parents have done such a great job. We've got both of you here, so I'm so thrilled. Congratulations.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. So looking in your 3.5 years you've been here, is there any adult in your personal life or in the school life that you'd say, hey, they really helped me through this, and this is what made my experience so well?
Definitely Miss Fitz. When I went to her class in 10th grade, I was really small-minded and I had no clue on a whole community, the deaf community. And I'd say ASL just gave me a whole nother passion that I didn't even know about. Plus, she's really passionate about what she does, and yeah, translate to her students.
With that, I noticed that you had signed up for the Seal of Biliteracy exam for ASL. And I was talking to you before, and I'm kind of ignorant to how that works. Can you explain how that test would work with the ASL?
So you'll have a video on the screen of someone just signing to you, and it'll be either a multiple choice or like a short answer of what she's saying or what they're saying and kind of the main points of what they're saying. And then instead of the traditional writing in your language, you'd film a video of the prompt they're asking you to do.
Very cool. Very cool.
And you're involved in a lot. I think you did the Children in Tune. You're involved in that. I think you did something like Meals on Wheels. I think it was something like that.
Yeah, that was, yep.
Yeah. So what sort of things get you going after school? You're involved in all different clubs and activities. What sparks your interest?
I just really like helping people, if I'm being honest. I don't like seeing people, not have an easy time and doing something. It's not really anything special, I guess.
And how's the Chelmsford Meals on Wheels work?
So I honestly don't really know about that because I did cards for them to send out with
good for
their
you.
meals and stuff. But from what I remember, it's just like they put them in little lunch boxes and they drive them around. But
Right.
yeah.
It's a service that's so needed.
Yeah, 100%.
With all that service, I know you've done a lot of work with the Paul Center.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that for us?
So this past December 10th, they had a Winter Wonderland event for their, 4 hours was for their kids. They helped the special needs kids, and 4 hours was with any general public that they wanted. And it was actually super fun. We had a bunch of people come out. I think we raised over $1,000 for the Paul Center. It worked pretty well, yeah.
That's very good.
Cool.
It was freezing, but it was fun.
So you do a lot for other people. What do you do for yourself to kind of recharge and get energized?
I really like fitness. It gives me a good outlet to figure out what's going on in my head and all that stuff. I mean, yeah.
And with that, what do you want to do in the future? Because I know that the fitness has a lot to do with your future goals.
Yeah, I want to do something in medicine. I think I want to go into physical therapy or sports medicine, but I'm not too sure on which kind of avenue.
Are you looking anywhere nearby, far away?
Yeah, more nearby, definitely.
Nearby? What is your criteria for, is it the size of school, the location?
I'd say more the size, just because I don't want a huge UMass Amherst type school, because that's way too many people, but yeah.
Did you bring your guitar so you could play for us? Because I know that's a big passion of yours.
Not today.
No? Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I do. I can play the bass, the electric guitar, and the acoustic, and it's one of my, I love them.
So Wednesday's breakfast, that's how you'll
Yeah,
start.
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Jess. Thank you.
So what do you see yourself carrying over when you go to school next year? Because you do so much here.
Hopefully ASL and community service all together, because I can't see myself not doing something with the community, and I also can't see myself not trying to learn more about languages. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Have you thought about learning any other language?
Yeah, I mean, I took Spanish before ASL for 5 years or something, but it wasn't as fun to me as ASL became, because I talk with my hands a lot. I mean, I'm doing it right now, but yeah.
It's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, believe it or not, our time is up. So on behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary Club, who sponsors the program, and Chelmsford High administration, I want to say congratulations on being one of Emerson Students of the Month. We're really proud of you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, and best of luck this year. And this brings us to Whittier House. Introduce Dean John MacIsaac, Dean of Whittier House, introduce Whittier Students of the Month.
Thank you, Principal Murray. Our first student of the month for December is Julia Williams. Julia is currently enrolled in AP Research, Honors Mock Trial, Calculus, Physics, Senior Odyssey, American History through Film, and she's a class officer, which is a block we'll talk about in a minute. She's been a 3-year member of class reps. She's currently the class of 2023 class secretary. She's been involved with the mentor program, speech and debate, and the leadership conference here at CHS. She's a member of the National Honor Society, the National English Honor Society, and the National French Honor Society. Outside of the academics, Julie's very involved with athletics, a true student athlete. She's a member of the varsity soccer team, a varsity girls ice hockey team, which she's just recently named a captain, congrats, and a member of the varsity softball team. Outside of CHS, she does a lot of volunteering through the local sports groups and also does some work at Home Goods over in Westford. I'm surprised that I haven't ran into you once in a while, Julia. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So you're in the midst of the hockey season. We just started.
Yes.
I'm fascinated at the Billerica-Chelmsford connection.
Yeah.
Because obviously we go from the end of the fall season when Billerica and Chelmsford are the biggest of rivals into girls hockey, women's hockey, where you're playing together.
Yes.
What's that dynamic like, and how's the season going?
So the dynamic is actually pretty good. I think all the girls have a really tight bond. We don't bring the rivalry on the team because obviously in order for us to succeed on the team, like we need to have good relationships, and I think we're all really close and we look past all that. But I think this season we're going to do really good. We have a goal to make it to the Garden, which is the state championship, and I think we're going to be really good this year. We've been really manifesting, putting in the work, and really just determined to make it that far. So
Awesome.
I'm excited for the season.
Congrats. Obviously, a very good student. And this year, you're the class secretary for the class of 2023, which is a full-time job in itself. And I think, in my opinion, you're the glue of those four who are all wonderful kids. What is that experience like? I know there's an event tomorrow. Like, what are the things you're doing for the class, and how excited are you for the end of the school year already?
I think it's been a great experience overall. I think the 4 officers and myself, we get along really well, and we have a great bond, and that's my favorite part, just like working with them. But it's definitely a lot of hard work. I think a lot of it goes unnoticed with like planning prom and caps and gowns, like a lot of the end of the year stuff. But we're also trying to create a lot of fun events during the year, like dances, an event tomorrow, which is like a breakfast, and a lot of more surprises we have coming. So I think that's what's most exciting, and kind of just being able to create like a great senior year for everyone and having that voice and like the power for our class.
Awesome. I hope the surprises are good for us as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
Outside of the sports and the academics, like what's been your favorite part here at CHS, whether it be participating in different things or going to different things? Really just, all the things you've done here, what's been the best part?
I think just like going to like all the events is a really fun time because you're with your friends and like even meeting new people. I think there's also a lot of like great volunteering opportunities that I've done with a lot of people that I've created great friendships with, and I think it's just overall a great time. I think there's so much at CHS that CHS has to offer, and everything's just always fun, and yeah. Love it.
You're involved in so much in terms of athletics and then also outside clubs and activities. How do you balance all your time, and what gives you the greatest recharge?
It's tough sometimes balancing a lot because I do have a lot going on after school with like sports and everything, but I find that balance with like, doing my homework, getting to bed early, like, doing sports, hanging out with my friends, all of that. I don't know, I just somehow manage it, but I feel like I have a lot of downtime. I try to make downtime for myself, which is just like to chill, because I am pretty busy at times, so.
You are, exactly. Before we go, what's your plans next year?
I plan on obviously going to college, and I think I'm going to attend UMass Amherst, and I would play hockey for them. I just haven't fully committed yet, but that's probably where it's going to be.
That's exciting.
That's
awesome.
Well, that's all the time we have. On behalf of the Rotary Club, which sponsored this program, and the Chelmsford High administration, I want to say congratulations. Me and Whittier House is one of their students of the month. We're really proud of you.
Thank you.
Congrats, Julia.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck the rest of the year. Thank you. And now I'll go to Dean MacIsaac again to introduce the second student of the month from Whittier House.
Thank you, Principal Murray. Our second student of the month is Jash Bhut. Josh is currently enrolled in AP Government and Politics, AP Psychology, AP Calculus AB, AP English Literature and Composition, Civics, and also in the student government. He's been a member of class reps. He is the co-founder and president of the chess club. He's a member of the Physics and Engineering Club at CHS, and he is the class treasurer for the class of 2023. Josh has also participated in the Investing Club, Lime, and the Saturn App Ambassador, which I need to learn more about. Josh is a member of the National English Honor Society, the World Language Honor Society, and has achieved honor roll here at CHS. Outside of CHS, he does a lot of volunteering and service works with the Baptist Temple, which I'm interested to hear more about. And then after CHS, business and concentration. He wants to major in business with a concentration in political science, planning for law school, and then potentially go into corporate law. Welcome, Josh.
Welcome.
All right, Josh, this Saturn app, which all the students here at CHS use, I know what it looks like because all the students have it all the time. I know it's about the schedule and all that stuff. Kind of tell us about it and what's your involvement in it here.
So as a Saturn ambassador, basically what we do is we promote the app to the newer freshmen who come into the school. So they don't really know what's going on, especially figuring out what classes they're going to and like figuring the whole school out as they're freshmen. The Saturn app really like helps them to like, deal with like this whole schedule change and everything like that. So when they come, we like promote it to them, and essentially that's like our job as ambassadors. We just go around, we're like, yo, you have the Saturn app, like if you have it, then like good. If you don't have it, like download it. It's really helpful. Like, and I use it every single day to go through my schedule, and half the time I'm like counting down 10, 9, 8. So yeah.
Getting ready for the next class or waiting for that class to be over? Okay, good. Class treasurer. We just had Julia. She's the secretary. Treasurer for the class. Obviously, what are your roles, and then how's the experience been so far this year?
So mostly as of right now, at the start of the year, is dealing with senior dues and like that type of funding to obviously build up the money for our senior week events. And other than that, it's just like us 4 officers all collaborating together with our class advisors and like planning out all the events, all the surprises that we have in store for the seniors, and just making sure everything goes well and we have like one of the best senior years the school's seen.
Good. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Mr. Murray's been around for a bunch. I've been around for a bunch. They're a lot of fun those weeks. The club. So you're co-founder and president of the chess club, physics engineering club, other things you've done. Kind of walk us through, especially that chess club, and then the other things you've done here at CHS.
I realized in sophomore year that there was no chess club in this school, and I was like, yo, like I love playing chess. My dad taught me how to play, so I've always been interested in it. And I was like, yo, I talked to my friend Rishi Ajmere, and we were like, yo, let's start this chess club up. We talked to Miss Regan, and she was like really down to do it. She was like, oh yeah, I've seen like chess here and there. I don't really know too much. I was like, yeah, I'll teach you. We'll teach everyone who comes through. And yeah, so far it's just been going. It's been going good. We have a lot of people interested in it, and we're just trying to find like the next leaders of the chess club right now.
What days does it meet?
Usually meets on Tuesdays, and if it doesn't work out, we move it to another day of the week.
Nice. Your classes, obviously very rigorous course load. You referenced Mr. Bartos as like your most influential staff member. Why does he come to mind when you think of that?
So when I first came into high school, I was pretty like, I was pretty introverted. And so it was really hard for me to like socialize with people. I really only had like a small group of friends, which is like 5 guys total. So like Mr. Bartos, he taught AP Research and AP Lang, where in both classes we had to deliver presentations to the entire class and like that. So really going into that, it really made me more comfortable with giving presentations and like doing things, socializing with other people. And that's also another reason why I took the step of even running for class treasurer. Like I had to give a speech in front of the whole class. And Mr. Bartos is really the reason I had the confidence to even get up on that stage to give that speech. So I really appreciate him for that.
That's nice to hear.
That's amazing. Well, I can't believe it. Our time is up. So on behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary, which sponsored the program, and Chelmsford High Administration, I want to say congratulations on being one of Whittier's House's Students of the Month. And wish you the best the remainder of the year.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Congrats, Jash.
Thank you.
This concludes our latest edition of Lions Pride. I want to thank our deans for their thoughtful words and beautiful summaries of each recipient. I would also like to thank the Chelmsford Rotary Club for their unending support of this great program. Lastly, congratulations to all of this month's Students of the Month. On behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary and the deans, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time.